Hello, I'm Dave Peach, and this is the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. See them in person or at tricountybank.net. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Crawfordsville Peachcast, we are sponsored by BK Home Improvement, Zahn's Flooring and Design Center, and Central Indiana Rubber, CIR Power for You. Hello, Todd. Today on the show, it's all about the Lebanon Leprechauns and the TBL, the Basketball League. The Lebanon Leprechauns in their fourth season in the league, playing at the Farmers Bank Fieldhouse. I've been fortunate enough to be the voice of the Lebanon Leprechauns. Season 4 right now. We started out with the Iron Horses of Logansport at home, unable to get the win there, but the Leprechauns opened up the season with a win in St. Louis, a 24-game season. It is professional basketball in Lebanon, and it's a really good opportunities for the players in 35 markets across the U.S. and Canada to play professional basketball, and the communities support them. It's entertainment for the folks, and we have a ball with the, literally and figuratively, I guess you could say, with the TBL and the Lebanon Leprechauns. We have plenty of interviews coming up. We'll talk to Evelyn Magley, the CEO. We'll talk to David Magley, the president. We'll also talk to Carnell Wiley, the commissioner of the TBL, and more interviews on the way, including some players for the Lebanon Leprechauns. Stay tuned. Yes, I'm a radio guy. I say stay tuned. Hey, it's a podcast, so stay with us here on the Crawfordsville Podcast, and you'll hear everything Leprechaun.
Bazing. Wow, that's fun to say. Bazing is Tri-County Bank's Smart Rewards checking account. With Bazing, you have cell phone protection, ID theft protection, roadside assistance, discounts at area businesses, and more. This is Bria French. Contact me or any of our great employees to begin your entry into Bazing banking. Terms and conditions may apply. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We're here in Westfield at the TBL meetings, and we've got the commissioner, Carnell Wiley. Carnell from Las Vegas, Nevada. You just gave a rah-rah speech. You inspired these young men. Tell us what you told them.
You know, I tried to keep it short and simple. Like I said, it wasn't all about me. I wanted it to be about them. And it's so much bad stuff going on in this world. I just wanted them to know I was loving them. I just wanted to love on them. I'm going to keep it simple.
What about, I talked to a young man out here, Jacob.
Yeah.
He drove from Pensacola, Florida to be here.
Yes.
And these stories, there's a ton of stories out here right now that are just like that.
Right. These kids will come from many miles away. We got them in California coming. Seattle came. They're driving 10, 13 hours. There's nothing you won't do to chase a dream.
TBL basketball, why do you think players travel from Florida and parts, even farther than that, to be here in Indianapolis to participate in this combine and these meetings?
Just to be part of something big. If they've ever had a great experience, it's tonight, it's tomorrow, it's the weekend. And they just know it's that opportunity will always outweigh their situations. You know what I mean? So I think these young men see it, they want to believe it, and guess what? We're here for them.
You talked about, I know they're here to make a team themselves, but
Absolutely.
You say that tomorrow they got to be great teammates to impress these coaches and TMOs.
Yes, sir. So when I do tell you at this level, what these owners and coaches are looking for is not, everybody has a little individual, right? But it's the guy that tomorrow will stand out the most to be the teammate, because this is what we're looking for now. Times are changing. But who can you elevate your game? Can you elevate somebody else's game? You know what I mean? Are you a good teammate? Can you play 5, and not even just 5-on-5, but can you play with 5?
37 teams, I believe, in the TBL this season.
You are correct.
I'm looking forward to this season in Lebanon. I know everybody else is excited. What are you most excited about for the TBL season this year?
Hey, We are starting fresh. It's brand new. I always say we got great new teams. I had to throw that in there. I mean, if we're gonna work on singing career later, but no, I just think 37. You gotta love them. They're gonna be new. They're gonna be so eager, Beavers. They're gonna be out there, and most importantly, they're gonna want for the players. You know what I mean? So it's just exciting. My biggest thing is just to see them playing hard and moving forward.
I mean, you are accessorized.
Easy.
I mean, you got the vest.
Easy.
You got some bracelets. You got
sideline clothing.
Talk to me about the black and orange. What's that all about?
So Sadie Grace Magley had made this for me. It's got TBL.
And it says TBL there.
It does. So I always keep a little piece of jewelry about everything else. We got a designer for my watch, Des Moines. He done gave me the watch, the suit. Hello. I got to tell you, sometimes I got to get in the mirror and just say, God dog it, you did it tonight.
You did it.
Sideline clothing.
And the boutonniere, the permanent boutonniere.
Now I take this, my grandmother's brooch. I have a little bit of everything in me. This is my granddaddy's bow tie and his scarf. I'm bringing everybody with me today.
All right.
Come
well,
on now.
We have so much fun.
Oh, my gosh.
We got
every
a
time.
great combine coming up. We got the draft on the way. Again, we thank you for joining us here tonight.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure.
Carnell Wiley, he is the commissioner of the TBL.
Thank you.
TBL winter meetings, and it is the interview going on right now, and we are joined by the chaplain director, Daniel Freeman, and Pastor Freeman,
Yes,
Reverend
sir.
Freeman. What do we want?
I'm okay either way.
Very good. Out of Kansas City, Missouri. Now, you led us in prayer as we were set to enter into the interview room. So, a little bit about the spiritual side of things here in the TBL.
Well, everything that we deal with, we have to understand that there's good and there's bad. How do you deal with the bad when you come across it? And how do you deal with the good? So one thing we want to make sure that everyone is aware of, that you have someone that you can talk to. A lot of times people mix the terminology of chaplain up with just being spiritual or religious. And in reality, a good chaplain is just one that's gonna be. And when you say be, what does that mean? Be whatever is needed. If you need an ear to talk about the weather, okay, let's talk about the weather. If you want an ear to talk about something that's going on within the household, let's talk about that. If you want to talk about the Word of God and you battling something spiritual, we could talk about that as well. So that's what the chaplain's program is really meant to be.
It's 2025, and the Word is still the Word, right?
It has not changed, and it will not change. And that's the most beautiful thing about it. We change daily. Matter of fact, we change every second. But the Word of God is going to be the Word of God. Before anything else, it's going to be the Word of God.
These gentlemen have traveled so far, many of them from Pensacola, Florida. I talked to one, others from distances of that, length. What's your message to them as far as, what they want to do in this league and their dreams and folding that into things that are more important than basketball?
Well, I think it's important that they understand that basketball is just a tool, and how do you use your tool? And I think what we're experiencing today in today's society is the fact that a lot of us don't know us. And so what do we need to do to figure out us in the midst of using our tools? So when you look at basketball, people coming from far, from near, that's just something that they enjoy doing. That's something that we want to encourage them to do. But at the same time, we want to let them understand and remind them that there is still life. Before and after basketball, there's still going to be life. So how do you deal with the storms of life? How do you deal with the ups and the downs? How do you deal with one another? How do you deal with family? How do you deal with yourself?
The TBL, I assume that we encourage all teams to have a chaplain at the local level.
Yes, it has been stated that it is a requirement that all teams have a chaplain. However, because of the misunderstanding of chaplains, some have come and want to know if they can have a life coach, if they can have a counselor or something along those lines. So the answer is still yes, as long as you have someone there that would be able to help you to figure out things when you feel that no one else is listening and no one else is there to guide you, that someone needs to be a part of that team.
The TBL, you look at Evelyn Magley, David Magley, Carnell Wiley, Kelly, they're all there for the players. I mean, they always talk about the players and how much they care, and you can really see it in the organization and in the heart of the leaders.
Correct. And that's what the TBL is. The TBL is here to show support. The TBL is here to encourage. The TBL is here to help these young men to understand life, and also to teach them how to be an entrepreneur, to teach them how to deal with problems, and so on and so forth. So it's not just basketball, it's to teach life. And I actually met Evelyn when I was about 11 years old. She was the youth director at a church. I lived in the projects.
I could see that, yeah.
Yes. I lived in the projects, and I was able to walk around to the neighborhood church called St. Paul A.M.E. Zion Church. And that's where I met her when I was about 11 years old. So I've known them for roughly about 48 years or so.
Well, again, we welcome you. Safe travels back to Kansas City, and we certainly enjoy having a conversation with you. Let's do this again next year. As
the old saints would say, if it's in the Lord's will, we sure will do it. I appreciate you.
We definitely will. Pastor Freeman, Chaplain Director, and we are at the TBL meetings here north of Indianapolis. TBL Winter Meetings, this is the interview portion. Joining us from the Virginia Valley Vipers, a player and TMO, RJ.
Yes, sir. RJ.
Did I get it right?
Yes, sir.
All
You
right,
got it. Right on point.
Now, how does one become a TMO and a player?
If I had to pick one word, probably sacrifice. Just being able to come to the TBL and learn about the interviewing process. Came in here in 2022 and played for Tri-State Admirals for 3-4 months for the season. And then find myself in a position to bring a team to my home state of Virginia and with my parents, and kind of got into that. It happened real quick.
So it's a family affair. Everybody's involved with the team.
Everybody's involved with the team. I'm a family guy. My mom's a family guy. My dad's a family guy. We have a family organization. Just trying to stay busy and give back to the community.
What's the best part of playing in the TBL?
The best part of playing in the TBL is, there's many great things. I love just connecting with the guys, being able to play the game that I love, but also, provide opportunities and still connect with different guys that I know of.
And what's the best part about being a TMO?
Being a TMO, providing opportunities. I think that's a big thing. I love, because I do mentoring, and I just love giving back to my community.
I asked the commissioner this question. What do you think drives, and what is it about the TBL that gets these players to drive in from Pensacola, Florida, or someplace in Washington, or perhaps up the East Coast where you're at? What motivates them? What about the TBL do they see that they want to be a part of it?
I think it's a real opportunity to start your career, especially fresh out of college, or you're playing overseas and you're looking for it to continue your resume, just like a job, any type of job. I think that the TBL really provides a strong opportunity to reach your goals and give back to your community at the same time. So basketball is great, but also doing stuff in the community is really the hashtag a different league here.
And it's more than basketball in the TBL.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And you show that in Virginia. And I got to ask this question. You also play soccer. Do you like basketball better than soccer, or is it even, or where do you stand there?
Man, I love soccer. I've been a part of soccer since I was about 4 or 5 years old. I've been a part of basketball. It's very equal, I would say. I love the sport. Both sports are just amazing. Just taking advantage of the opportunities of going to college, and had the opportunity to play basketball and soccer. So I took full advantage of that, and also getting my degree.
Very good. Yeah, that's the most important part. Now, do you watch more soccer or watch more basketball?
I 100% watch more basketball.
Who are your favorite players?
Currently, or
currently.
Well, one of my currently players I like watching is Damian Lillard. He's one of my favorite guys, and also Steph Curry. That's another guy too as well. Kyrie Irving. Westbrook. There's a lot of guys I like watching playing.
Who's your college team? Who do you cheer for in college?
My college team.
Virginia's it's a basketball. It's more of a football state. That's why I asked that question. I'm kind of curious to see where somebody in Winchester, Virginia, where do you land on basketball in college?
Honestly, I don't have a favorite team. I never had a favorite team.
Some people go Duke.
Yeah,
I knew some people when I lived in Virginia. They were Duke fans.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
Usually, hopefully, it'd be if I had to pick a team, probably Virginia, or Virginia Tech, or like a James. I like the local, just teams.
Yeah. Well, that sounds fantastic. And again, it's great getting to know you. I know that you're a friend of the Lebanon Leprechauns. I got to ask, how did the Leprechauns help you and the Virginia Valley Vipers?
Helping us by just giving us advice on what to expect, especially being a first year team in 2023. Just it helped us grow as far as what to do in the community, what to do, what to not to do, some things to stay away from, and some things to tap into. So I think that they gave great advice on especially us in our upcoming seasons.
We appreciate you stopping by. We will keep our eye on the Virginia Valley Vipers and enjoy the rest of your time here on the north side of Indianapolis.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
RJ, he is with the Virginia Valley Vipers. TBL, the interview here tonight, and we are joined by Miles Copeland. Now, Miles of the Toledo team in the TBL. And for those that do not know, tell us what happened in 2022.
Yeah, so in 2022, we were in a playoff game. We had lost the first game, so we had to win the next two to advance. Almost till halftime of the second game, the referee, John Soley, he collapsed. And me being a firefighter paramedic, just being aware of your surroundings all the time, I happened to notice this. Instinctively, I just ran over to him and checked on him. Wasn't breathing, didn't have a pulse, so I started compressions and ended up working him until EMS got there about 10 minutes later. Luckily, there was a defibrillator there on scene, so we were able to defibrillate him twice. Later that night, I found out that he survived the incident, and about a year later, he was back reffing basketball, and I think that's the best outcome you could ever ask for. So,
wow. Now, when you look back at that event, what stands out? The fact that, you could have been anywhere in that moment, or I guess what are some things that, as you look back, that you say, wow, how did that really happen?
Right, so I think the alignment of the whole event was pretty amazing. Me having a weird schedule, I wasn't able to make it to all the games, so by some act of God, I was there at that game. And then also, I think just the instinctive nature of me, I didn't even think about it. The second I came to, I was already on top of John doing compression, so I think that kind of just amazed me all in itself, that I was able to just jump into action and not even think about it.
Now that has turned into some significant work here with the TBL to provide training should these things happen again. Mm-hmm. And I know you had a seminar today, and that is an ongoing educational effort.
Yes. So the unfortunate reality of it is we're seeing this more and more often with, incidents like DeMar Hamilton or LeBron's son. People have cardiac arrest, and that's just a part of life. But the most important thing with those and the difference between life and death is someone offering good quality compressions right off the bat until first responders get there. So during my time of doing compressions, I kind of noticed that not a lot of people jumped in to help me. So that gave me the idea that not a lot of people knew how to do CPR. So I wanted to take the initiative and give that training to the league and more people. So in case this incident does happen again, which unfortunately the likelihood of that is high, that someone will know what to do. And we have more people willing to jump in the opportunity.
Basketball is important in the TBL, but it's more than basketball.
It's more than basketball. It's on and off the court. We're all family. We're all here on this earth to live and be there for one another. So you got to look out for your neighbor, even if you're an opponent on the basketball court.
And you're a firefighter, paramedic to this day. You enjoy that?
Yes, I love being there for my community, helping people. It does get to you a lot of sleepless nights, but it's all worth it in the end, being able to help people.
Well, Miles, enjoy your stay here in Westfield, Carmel, Indianapolis, Noblesville, wherever we are. And again, we thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you for having me.
Miles Copeland, guest of the TBL here in Westfield. TBL interview, and we've got the president of the TBL, David Magley, here. David, how are you?
Man, I'm fantastic.
Now, this event is really, it starts with Carnell Wiley's locker room speech actually out here in the lobby, getting these guys ready. This is something exciting for them. I know it's exciting for you, Evelyn Magley and Kelly. You look forward to this.
Yeah, because it's a way to help these young men develop, giving them job interview skills, giving them validation, and just showing them that they're important. And it's 100% paid for by the league. So the kids don't pay for it. It's free. It's a chance for the players to get to know the coaches and the owners, and everybody wins on it. Even whether they get in the league or not, it's a positive experience for somebody.
Some of these players have traveled from a far way away to get here.
It's a kid from Hawaii. I think that's the first. There's a kid from Hawaii. I'm like, where are you from? He goes, well, I just drove in from the airport, but I'm from Hawaii. I'm like, whoa, how about that?
The TBL 37 teams strong this season.
I'm happy with that. With BSL going to 8, that gives us 45 in our family, our league family. And I think we're getting where we want to be. We're getting stronger. We, as I told you earlier, that we've got a change of ownership group in Lebanon. Chris Canal's coming in, and he's going to just Preston did a wonderful job of creating entertainment, creating value, and getting it to a certain point. But this is tough to do without the proper funding and favor sometimes. Chris is able to take his business acumen behind the entertainment value that was created and build something really special in Lebanon. Beyond that, Preston's still involved by going and help us run the Logansport team. Great rivalry. Same thing he did in Lebanon. He could do in Logansport with DJs and dancers and mascots and traditions and all those things and build another brand for us. So everybody's going to win on that deal.
Give us some insight. We don't get to see them in person, but Potawatomi, I mean, they do so well on the, wins and losses, but I know that they're they've got great dance team, they got great on-court. What goes on there? What makes them successful?
Well, they've got, the league the team is owned by a native tribe, the Citizen Potawatomi Nation. The chairman of the tribe is a guy by the name of John Rocky Barrett, and he's a Harvard graduate, really bright guy. And he hired a great general manager for the building, as well as a general manager for his team named David Qualls. He found a great coach. So you start doing the math on that, and you're going, okay, great housing, great facility, dancers, DJs, mascots. It's a special place to be. Guys stay there year over year, and it's not because they're paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're treated well. They're treated like kings. There's a line in the movie Hoosiers where Coach Dale is walking up the staircase, Gene Hackman, and Barbara Hershey's walking down. And she goes, Coach, and he goes, why are you being so mean to me? Just stay away from Jimmy. Stay away from Jimmy Chitwood, our star player. Why are you so cold? Because they treat people like gods around here that are basketball players. And Coach Dale looks at it and says, wouldn't anyone want to be treated like a god even for one day? He said, but gods are pretty cheap around here. And when they're done, we're littered with gods around this town. And you sit back and go, well, there's wisdom in all of that.
Yeah.
But the part is, you're treated like a god. Our guys in Lebanon, when they get done with their handshake line, they make a beeline to those old folks. They get a hug in the neck, a kiss in the cheek. Your assistant coach was talking about that today, crying in our breakout session because he's so passionate about one of those guys that he has breakfast with every Sunday. man, what an impact we're having on that community and these guys' lives, because they're treated like gods, even for just a moment. And that's pretty darn cool.
TBL is so much more than basketball.
It has to be. You know, we started this league in our 60s. We're 7 years in. We don't know if we got 7 more years or 70 more years, but we don't want to waste a moment trying to impact lives. Will we be around long enough to see this really be profitable? We don't care. We have a reason to wake up every morning and a chance to impact lives, and we're just happy to do that.
A couple of questions. It's kind of neat to see some of even the dancers move up to the Pacers and some of these NBA teams.
Fabulous. We got 2 Pacer girls from Lebanon. We got a Pacer girl and a Coke girl from Kokomo. We've got 2 or 3 girls that have made it to the Oklahoma City Thunder from Potawatomi. We've got announcers that have gotten ESPN. We've gotten interns that are selling now in the sales teams for the Clippers and the Spurs. You know, we are a chance to come in and fulfill your dream all the way through. And it's kind of neat to know that we help do that. It's a pretty cool feeling.
Okay, I got to ask, high school players. You made a statement about high school players potentially being in the TBL. We got to hear more.
Well, here's the logic. The best players in the world, you can't deny it, Luka, Joker, Giannis, are all pros at 16. Now imagine a young player playing at Lebanon High School as a junior, as a sophomore. Season ends, instead of going to AAU, he goes pro. Doesn't get paid. The new NCAA rule allows him to do that and go back to high school and go to college. So why wouldn't we develop guys that are a little bit physically more mature the same way the Europeans are developing their players? Those players aren't better because they do more drills. They're players because they're playing against men. Like when you and I were a kid, we grew up on the parks. There's legends of Rick Mount and Jimmy Rail dominating Kokomo and Lebanon when they were kids, and then coming up and being the legends that everybody got to play against. We can recreate that with TBL. I think that can work.
And they can be right here in the USA.
They can go to high school, proms, be in plays. It's perfect.
Wow. Well, we will hear more of that, I know, later, and that's exciting. The season coming up is exciting, and this meeting is exciting. We really look forward to great things for the TBL.
Having pros like you around us, you're incredible. And it just validates our league. Who doesn't want your voice on their highlight tape? Because you do an amazing job, and we're thankful for what you do. You're awesome.
Appreciate that. That is David Magley, and he is the president of the TBL. TBL, it is the winter meetings, we will call them. This is the interview going on right now. Evelyn Magley, the CEO, joins us. Evelyn, what an event here in Westfield.
Wow, I'm telling you, number one, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk more about the interview and what's going on this weekend. But this is just amazing. The young men, the talent, the communication that's going on. It's wonderful just for the relationships, and it's also very educational.
What about the opportunities that these young men have before them?
I would say there's lots of opportunities. There's lots of opportunities to come in on a level to be able to play as a player, but also looking into the eyes of the coaches and the team market owners, it's showing them how to do business. And they're doing it in a way that's somewhat comfortable. Some people, going through an interview is a stressful process, but imagine that you're walking through an interview where everyone is learning how to interview and also who to interview. So it takes a little bit of pressure off of you, because you got to realize you have the power to interview someone else and not always, just be the person that's being interviewed. So.
What about I guess I'll call you a quartet. You've got Carnell, you've got Kelly, you've got David, and we got Evelyn, all working together. And, so many times I hear how you care deeply for these players.
Yes. I look at them as though they're my own sons, because I want them to have opportunities to experience the world in a way that they can relate to, and also through people that care about them. And so this is what the league offers, is to be able to have coaches that understand not only the game of basketball, but also understand the hopes and dreams and aspirations of these young men.
We have seen your speech last year, and we know the intensity. Do you have something for them tomorrow as far as, really words to live by at the Combine?
Well, I would say to them that I want them to come in and be themselves and be an original and not try to come in to impress anyone, because if you're not really a great shooter, but you're a great distributor, distribute the ball and do those things that you do well, because when you're a pro, they're trying to put together pieces of a team, and just because you don't shoot well doesn't mean that you're not good enough. So you have to understand the role that you have to play, and then understand how to walk into that and open your mind to be coachable. You may think you are a forward, they may think you're a starter as a guard. You have to allow yourself to be seen through someone else's eyes, how you could be utilized on the court and not just through your own.
As I think the only female CEO of a professional sports league, a little bit about that and how you are encouraging other women to get involved in the upper echelons of sports.
Well, I know that there is a young lady that is with, I think it's XFL, Dwayne Johnson's ex-wife, I believe. She has the football league, and she came in after me. But I think that there's so much room that I would just welcome more and more women to be involved in building not only their own companies, but also building the lives of other young women to realize that it can be done.
What do you think about, all the kind of the explosion of women's sports? We got Caitlin Clark, we got professional volleyball here in this area, All-Star game coming up. Crowds are very nice, and it's boomtown.
Yes, it is, and it's time. I mean, it's an opportunity for women to actually be empowered by other women and seeing that it can be done, and that we're not a threat to men. We just have an opportunity that has come to us over time to get it done now. The doors are opening. Caitlin has opened the doors for so many women, but there are many, many more that have come way before she did in order to open doors that now she's walking through, that a lot of people have paid the price for. So it all works together, and each of us in our own way are opening doors for other women.
Fantastic. And I'll ask one more question about the TBL. What are you most excited about as far as the TBL 2025?
Are the games and the teams that we have. We've got fabulous people, excitement within communities. We have a platform that the community can come out and just have down-to-earth fun, and it's affordable. So I'm looking at more people in arenas, more fun, more entertainment, because it's not just basketball that people are coming to see. They're coming to see their communities. And you've got dancers and hype people and MCs, and you've got the statisticians and people that are reading the scripts and dancers and everything that use a platform to be able to bring revenue into that community. Imagine revenue that would typically maybe not go there are coming in from other communities that may be within 2 to 3 hours that would have never come into that community. They're bringing dollars. And that helps the economy. That helps to provide employment for people. And it helps to uplift the community knowing that they can provide for themselves through something in a venue that is bringing life to everyone.
Okay, I got to ask one more question. Indiana, we've got Lake County, we've got Logansport, we've got Lebanon, and we've got the new team, Logansport, Kokomo, Lake, and Lebanon. I think I got them all.
Yes.
You got to be excited about that.
Yes, I'm extremely excited about it because now we've got rivalries. We got bragging rights. And I'm telling you, when you see Lebanon play Kokomo, you're going to see Kokomo coming down to Lebanon and bringing it strong, and then Lebanon's going to go down to Kokomo, and whoever wins that game gets bragging rights at least for a week. But imagine winning a championship and bringing people into your community to do something that's fun, that you can all gather around and rally. Where can you go in America where you can go in a place, just imagine this, Dave. You go in, you can scream your head off and jump up and down. Where can you do that?
Yeah, well, I mean,
And not get picked up and taken away. I mean, just you're screaming, people are shaking their heads and jumping up and down. They're throwing paper in the air, and it's all done for fun, and just the camaraderie of people coming together. I just love it. I just absolutely love it.
Well, Evelyn, I know we will keep the conversation going. Looking forward to our start on March the 3rd as far as the TBL regular season. Mm-hmm. Best wishes, and we'll see you, I know, at a game coming up.
Yes, and we look forward to having more opportunities for people to be able to be on your show, which is a part of the community in building something that is coming through you. That's your heart desire. You are so incredibly talented. And I'm so proud of what you're doing in this community. I love it. And so I'm trying to figure out a way through TBL and TBL TV to get your radio broadcast on our TBL TV channel.
We could do it.
And also we can do it in a way that you have a face. I know that you're behind the mic. I want people to see who you are, Dave.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, they'll see me on TBL TV. We'll get there. But again, Evelyn, we thank you, and just thank you for the hospitality here and another great event.
Thank you for this opportunity, and God bless you.
Evelyn Magley, CEO, TBL. Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you. Dave Peach here with Brandon Kappas from BK Home Improvement. And Brandon, you have an exciting announcement.
Yes, Dave, thank you. We're excited to announce Zahn's Floor Covering is now Zahn's Flooring and Design Center, acquired by BK Home Improvement.
I understand Bob Zahn will be staying to help.
We are excited to have that, and absolutely, Zahn's Flooring and Design Center is happy to have Bob Zahn still involved in that same local presence they're used to dealing with.
There has been a little confusion. BK Home Improvement is not affiliated with BK Painting or BK Property Management. You are located at your headquarters in Lebanon, Indiana.
Yes, we are excited to expand both brand names inside of both markets for Lebanon and Crawfordsville. Please come visit our showroom at 310 North Green Street, as we will consistently be redesigning and offering new, innovative products and technologies.
And you are still going to say,
Zahn's Flooring and Design Center. We are everywhere you walk.
Hope you enjoyed our interviews with the Lebanon Leprechauns and officials of the TBL. For more details on the league, you can visit the Basketball League, all spelled out, .net. THE, the Basketball League.net. You can also get the TBL TV League Pass for $99.99. You can watch all the games across the country. And again, that's TBLTV.TV, and it is it's a fun time. We love the Lebanon Leprechauns and love that our station here, WCDQ, is the official station for the Lebanon Leprechauns. It is the TBL, the Lebanon Leprechauns, and again, we thank you for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast. We're back with another episode next week, and again, we are sponsored by Central Indiana Rubber, CIR, Power for You. Hello, Todd. Also, the Zahn's Flooring and Design Center, and a business right there in Lebanon, BK Home Improvement. I'm Dave Peach. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. I'm Dave Peach. Join us every Thursday for a new episode on Apple or Spotify. Please like, subscribe, and download the Crawfordsville Peachcast. This podcast was produced and edited by Up There Media and is a presentation of Fork Broadcasting Digital.